This is Meg's little house in the country. I've been busy in the house today. Didn't get out here as early as I would like to, but I did get out and turn off the water to the sprinklers. Anyways, got birds at the bird bath. I'm gonna have to make sure the water is clean and refilled. Hold on, I'll show you. If it doesn't fly away. Water's getting low, so I'm gonna have to clean. And there it went. Yep. The birds love the bird bath. Let's check the water. Water actually looks pretty good today, so I'm thinking we're okay. But yeah. Anyways, before I go to work, I thought I'd come out and... Oh, geez, we're zoomed. How can I keep... I don't know why I keep forgetting that. But anyways, I thought I'd try and get this section weeded. And see if I can find a little more of my garden. Okay. Oh, that got broken. That vine got broken. Getting mowed, it was in the way. Oh, well. It will grow another one. And we got elm tree growing in here. Don't need that. But yeah. Okay. Garden is looking good. The pumpkins are looking fantastic. And I need to try to at least get this section here weeded. So I'll at least have the garden side of the raspberries all weeded. And then I can work on the yard side of the raspberries. But I gotta get that done. Alright, let's see how quick we can do this, because I also want to leave a little early. Stop by my mom's house, pick some apricots, and take them to work to share with everybody. And I'm sure she has plenty of apricots I can get. She's been begging people to come and pick apricots. Okay, well, we got half the patch done. Still got to get the yard side done. But as far as getting the garden side done, I have uncovered all the way to the soaker hose. And yes, I've found a few live plants in there and some new young growth in there that desperately needs the sunlight. So I think most of the tops are dead, but yeah, I do need to get the new young growth that is coming up, like on here. Oh, you can't hardly see it, but look at that. That needs a chance. I need to give it a chance to grow. So, yeah. I'm going to continue to work on this. And hopefully we can eventually get the whole thing back down to looking like this. Yeah. Anyways, they also gave me a whole bunch of dead stuff to put in the pumpkin patch for the earthworms. They are going to eat well. And I've been evicting a few elm trees, because I don't need elms growing in my garden. Elms were very prolific this year. All right. So that concludes our gardening in the morning. I think I'll top off the bird bath. It is just a tiny bit low. I think the birds will appreciate just a little more water in there. And I think because my young teenage help tends to want to remove my whole sprinkler from the garden when they mow, and they don't seem to realize I have a quick connect, that, okay, here. Unless I am actually watering the garden, and I do need to get in there and dig up that hollyhock and put it in the flower bed. It's not going to survive being tilled up this fall. I'll have to just dig it up in the fall and get it transplanted. And you need to stay in the garden or you will get mowed. But yeah, I think I will just keep this disconnected from the pumpkin patch unless I am actually watering the pumpkin patch, and then it will be disconnected promptly after watering. But for right now, let's give the birds a little more water. Just top off their seeing birds out here early this morning getting themselves drinks. Let's get that cherry pit out. And all I need to do is just bring it up to the top. Little more water in here. It's not going to get in the, it's only supposed to be in the 80s today, but tomorrow will be 93, and we'll do a complete scrub down of the bird bath and more fresh water. There we go. All the way to the top. The birds will be happy. I do need to water my apple trees, so after I'm done watering a little section of the back lawn back here, I'm going to bring the sprinkle over there, and we will water the ground around the apple trees really good today. They need it. But this little dry section of my lawn here also needs it. The new grass that I have coming up in here is getting brown, so I am going to go get the hose connected up, and we are going to water that. We got the garden out here got watered really good last night. So everything is doing well. Yeah, this squash is doing much better since I transplanted it. Everybody's doing better in their new little, and that one's doing much better. So the lemon cucumbers are doing much better. God, they've really exploded since I planted them. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to cut back the nasturtiums a little bit. And they're trying to encroach upon territory that is not theirs. And they got plenty of border territory. I mean, look how huge those nasturtiums have gotten compared to everything else. They're even bigger than my zucchini. But they do need to be trimmed back a bit. I am going to swap that pot with that melon, move the melons more up there, pot down here. Should work out much better. Going to check around, see if there's been any offerings from the ground cherries. Not yet. I gotta check, they're getting really dense. So is my carrots. Carrots have really taken off. I think that seed tape is working really good. This little guy is still hanging in here. Gonna do a little more spray and fertilizing and plucking off the bad leaves, because really possible we do have a case of early blight here. So I'm going to, hopefully it will survive. This one, however, is just doing amazing. And yeah, my little patio tomato is doing great. And we even got a carrot growing next to it. So peas are just climbing their fence. They're very happy here. Need to try to get these two. Okay, there, got them separated. And we just need to tuck them both around. And then they can hold hands on the other side. That'll help them to climb a little. Get this one tucked in and around. This one will tuck that one up. Yeah, we're tucking everybody up along the fence. We just want to tuck along the fence here. Yeah. I don't know if I can get it to curl, but it might. There we go. But it's doing pretty good climbing the fence. This one's coming away from the fence, so I need to see if I can get it a little tighter along the fence. But yeah, they're doing pretty good climbing. There we go. So the peas are doing pretty good for as late as I start as they got. You know, getting them planted late didn't help. My tomatoes are doing great. I've already got, Sun Sugar has already got a couple little babies on there. Look at that. That is getting so much bigger than what you see in the pictures. Go to Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds, look up Brad's Atomic Green Tomato, or cherry tomato, or whatever, and you'll see that in the pictures they don't look much bigger than this one, but this one's getting darn huge. Still waiting for it to get the purple and yellow, and the purple and gold striping on it. But yeah, everything's looking great. All right, let's get our hose and start watering the, well, my grass on the backyard. Ew, God. I need to get some WD-40 and grease these up a little. All right. Let's get this sprinkler going. Ooh. Come on. These are so much easier to do with two hands. There we go. All right. And I'm going to pull it back a little and let's see if we can get it good. All right. Turn this on. Okay. Tune it down. Just need to do the grassy area where I got my new baby grass that you can't see right at the moment because it's shriveling up and drying up. So yeah, that will do much better. Should get sprinklers going on the front yard too. And I need to water the pots back here. So much to do. I'll talk to y'all later. See you this evening, everyone, when I get home from work. Oh, boy. I have cleaned my lens. It still looks a little... Yeah. Well, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Winds have finally died down. It's been pretty darn windy. But I had to show you this. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful color for a hollyhock? I've never had one that red. Well, it's actually not red, but it's red compared to the other two. Compared to my white ones over there and the pink one that is blooming. I don't know what... I thought at first it was just going to be a super dark pink, and I think it is really a dark pink. But it sure looks red on the camera. Isn't that a beautiful color? Yeah, this afternoon, I noticed at work, the winds picked up, got lots of dark clouds, storms moving all around Blackfoot, but not a single drop of rain. Not out here where my drying out lawn could use more than a drop of rain. I need to get the sprinklers out. But that's what we've been having going around us. Big dark clouds with rain coming down out of the bottom. But not here. We just get to watch it. Oh, and look there. Looks like the sun's going to come peeking out. So, when I got home, it was just super duper windy. I'm probably going to go tomorrow morning sometime to help my mom pick up apricots off of her lawn. Oh boy, these are getting ripe. Western sand cherries. I love the flavor, but boy, do they make my mouth pucker. Yeah, I get dry mouth. Makes me feel like I've eaten a cotton ball, a flavored cotton ball. Well, I think this area has gotten well watered. The trees have gotten well watered. I got a big old giant mud puddle. So I'm going to turn off the water. And we're going to go and take a quick look at my watering job. My weeding job, I mean. I think I did pretty good, at least on this side. You can see where the raspberry canes are. I tried to get all the way back to the soaker hose, just through the weeds in here so that they could... Yep. Yeah, you can see canes here. I didn't get all the way back here. Oh god, this is all bindweed. It's just wound around here like crazy. Oh boy. Throw that out. Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy. The vines are just bad on the bindweed. And of course I gotta water everything tonight. But just trying to find the soaker hose is the biggest issue here. And then I gotta get the other side too. Just look how much there is to do on that side. But we'll get this all back and uncovered again. Oh. Okay. Oh boy. Yep. Of course, now that I got most of it, I can see all of what I did miss out here. Oh boy. Yeah, get the grass. Everything that got missed. Really let the weeds take over here. But to be honest, I really haven't always had the energy to just come out and deal with it either. And that, yeah, so. But we'll get this uncovered. I mean, we got this part uncovered. And I think that is an elm tree. Yep, that's an elm tree. But yeah. And I'm not too worried, really, if they don't come back, because oh, so many elms. I'm gonna show you in my next video, because tomorrow is my mom's birthday, and gotta take Matthew birthday shopping for a couple things for her. And yeah, she's going to be 84 years old. And yeah, I'm going to make a little birthday video for her tomorrow. But I'm going to show you her raspberry. Row of raspberries. And how well it's doing. And why, if nothing here recovers from the digging up and the transplanting, I'm not worried, because my mother has an overabundance. Not to mention I got a few little plants here that I can transplant into these areas in early next spring when But yeah, so I got a few little canes here. They need a little food, a little tender love and care, but I can dig these up early next spring. I got one back there too. But my mom's raspberries are literally sending up. She has tons, probably several hundred of these little plants around the edges of her raspberry row that are literally invading out into her lawn and into her garden. And she would be more than happy if I come and dig some up early next spring and refill my row of raspberries. But that means I gotta keep on top of the weeds this year, and next spring when things start coming up, I gotta keep on top of it, keep it weed free. So that I can go and dig up more. Come on, turn around there. You gotta turn that away. Okay, look at how big and strong you are. God, you're at least 4 foot long vine. And you need to come this way. And you need to stay out of the lawn. And come this way. We don't go into the lawn. Bad things happen to vines that go into the lawn. They're liable to get mowed. Well, this one that got stomped on, it's still alive. So we'll see if that scars over and recovers. All right. But, yep, keeping all our vines going in the directions they need to be going. It's literally, they are growing so, I mean, look at that. It's already going over there. And, here, let's straighten you out a little bit. There we go. And let's get you coming this way. There we go. And you're coming this way. Oh, look at this. They're starting to crisscross now. Keep you coming this way. Some of these plants I did have them directed into the interior. But we've had so much wind, it just blows them right back around. So I just have to keep coming out here and redirecting the vines. Keep them out of the lawn. All right. Okay. Oh my. They are growing so fast. But let's head back up to the front yard and see what the sun is doing. It should be going down now. Well, we pulled a few more weeds. Got a little weeding done this morning. Came home, had dinner, chatted a little bit on the live stream in a chat. Got some friends mine down in Arizona. I think it's, do they live in? No, they live in New Mexico. Joseph City, New Mexico, the farm on Route 66. There are actually about 4,500 subscribers short of their first 100,000. And I think they got 95.5K subscribers. They're getting close to getting that 100,000. Lots of hard work. Good people. All right. I might try to do this sunset again. But before I set up my camera, I'm gonna go get my rice bag so y'all don't keep falling down. Tried the sunrise this morning and I literally forgot to put the rice bag down. I come out, check on the camera, and it was staring at the clouds in the sky. So sorry about that. So I pieced together a little bit into it. I hope it was okay. Alright, I'm going to go get my rice bag and get you all set up.